Brian Flores is not a candidate. And the reason that Brian Flores is not a candidate is twofold. Number one, he's suing the NFL. So that's not a good look. Hey, we're taking out hundreds of millions of dollars of loans from the NFL, and now we're going to hire a guy who is suing the NFL and is trying to make us change how we operate our business to be the leader of our organization. But that's not why I wouldn't consider Brian Flores, though, again, I am smart enough to know that I'm not going against the shield on that one. But what Brian Flores did was he betrayed the trust of the owner by going into the yacht conversation he had with Stephen Ross. Brian Flores broke a serious trust bond with that owner. Because there are a lot of things that I think we wouldn't want our spouse repeating, or we wouldn't want our therapist repeating, or we wouldn't want our doctor repeating, or our lawyer repeating. And there are laws in place to keep those conversations private no matter what. Well, when you're an owner of an NFL team, not every thought you have is going to be a politically correct thought. Not every thought you have is going to be something that if the public heard, they would always be okay with. I remember when I used to get in trouble for running my mouth in middle school, and the assistant head of the middle school used to say, the rule of thumb, Jared, is if you wouldn't say it in front of your mother, don't say it at all. And I hear that, and I think to myself, well, in business, sometimes there are things mama just doesn't need to hear. And so the owner of the Dolphins, who, by the way, is not the only owner to actively tank. Look at who the Jets are putting on the field on Sundays. The owner of the Dolphins went to Brian Flores and said, hey, I think we should tank to get a better draft pick. And if Brian Flores had gone along with it, Joe Burrow would be their quarterback. And Brian Flores not only didn't do it, which, again, that's between them, but then he made it public what Stephen Ross said. And he may have been angry about getting fired in Miami. That's between them. But I don't trust that guy.